Good morning, students. Today we can discuss acyloin condensation. What is acyloin condensation? Acyloin condensation is the conversion of esters to alpha hydroxy ketones. These alpha hydroxy ketones are otherwise called as acyloins, and the conversion or the reaction is called as acyloin condensation. This reaction can be carried out using sodium metal, that is in an inert solvent. It can be toluene or xylene, and the results can be improved with the sodium metal on a solid support. And we know that the diesters in this reaction, the diesters will undergo intramolecular reactions, and this is an important method for the preparation of medium and larger carbocyclic rings. And coming to the acyloin condensation, in this the reaction of an ester, for example, ethyl acetate, that is CH3COOC2H5, CH3COOC2H5 in the presence of sodium, xylene or toluene, this will be converted to the molecule like this. The structure is CH3COCOCH3. In the presence of metallic sodium, this will be forming alpha hydroxy ketone. Alpha hydroxy ketone, that is ethyl acetate this is an ester. These esters are converted to alpha hydroxy ketone. This is a ketone and this is the alpha hydroxy ketone, and this is called as acyloin. This reaction is called acyloin condensation. Coming to the mechanism, we know that in this case CH3, this is the ester, CH3 double bond OET. In this case, in the presence of metallic sodium or a dianion will be formed. Dianion will be formed, and the product prior to neutralization is the dianion of an alpha hydroxy ketone. Dianion of an alpha hydroxy ketone or endiolate is called it so, and the yield are improved by using trimethyl silyl chloride. This is considered to be forming a free radical mechanism. In this, we can see that the reduction or the trimethyl silyl chloride, if it is used, they will be undergoing during the reduction reaction in order to trap these dianions, or we can say the silylated derivatives will be forming, or they are much more stable to the reaction conditions than endiolate. In this we can see in the presence of metallic sodium, the electron will be easily released. That is, this will be a free radical will be, or one electron will be donated here, and this electron will, similarly two molecules will undergo this type of reaction, and this is the ethyl acetate will be converted to a radical, and this part, that is ONA, that is in the presence of metallic sodium, the sodium will be positively charged and electron deficient, and it will be getting attached here, and this will be undergoing, two molecules will take part in the reaction and it will undergo dimerization. That means dimerization means the molecule will be forming a structure like this. That is, this is the dimerized structure. Dimerized structure, this molecule or the electron, once it is shifted like this, and this will be removing ETONA, and ETONA or trimethyl silyl chloride, if once it is used, it can be easily removed as, or the ethoxide can be easily removed if you are using this trimethyl silyl chloride, and it will be converted to, or these two molecules of ETONA will be released. Here there are two molecules or electrons will be shifted like this, and automatically this will be removed as ETONA, and the formed molecule is called as a 1,2-diketone, and the reaction will continue. That is, this will be forming CH3CONA, that is C double bond C CH3ONA, and in the presence of an acid, what happens? This will be hydrolysis will take place, and the on hydrolysis it will be giving acetylene product. And the modified version of the reaction can be used for the cyclization reaction, leading to small, medium or large ring, as well as the intermolecular coupling reaction also. And for obtaining, usually this reaction, the aldol condensation will proceed in this manner in the case of cyclic acetylene. That means if the ring contains n times, that is, this is the procedure, that is CH2n times CH2COET, CH2COET, this will undergo, or electron will be, sodium will be releasing its electron and it will be forming a radical intermediate, or a dianion will be formed, and this will be undergoing cyclization. Cyclization means here we can see this is unstable and this will be shifted like this, and ETO minus will be eliminated. Similarly from here also it will take place 2 ETO minus, and the formed structure is like this. In the presence of 2 metallic sodium, or 2 molecules of 2 atoms of sodium, this will be followed by hydrolysis and it will be forming the product. And once this is formed, it will be undergoing keto-enol tautomerization. What is keto-enol tautomerization? Shifting of a proton followed by shifting of a double bond. That means once the double bond is shifted to this position, and that is C, actually what is happening is that H is released as H plus, this will be shifted towards this side, and this will be, this electron will be, or the double bond will be shifted, or that what is happening, that is proton, shifting of a proton, or the keto molecule will be converted to enol form, and this is called as keto-enol tautomerization, tautomerism, or a keto-enol tautomerism will take place, and this will be converted to shifting, proton will be shifted towards this end and double bond will be shifted like this, and this is the cyclic acetylene. Cyclic acetylene will be formed, and the reaction acetylene condensation is most suitably studied for obtaining large ring compounds, that is cyclic acetylenes, by using long chain carboxylic acid esters. In this method we can see N10 to 20 this cyclic acetylene will be formed. In case of cyclic acetylene, we can suggest this type of mechanism, that is that we have already seen, and I have already explained, that is much better results are obtained in the case of if you are using chlorotrimethylsilane. That is, even 4-membered cyclic acetylenes can be easily prepared under this condition. If once this chlorotrimethylsilane is used, it will act as a scavenger for the removal of alkoxide ion, which is liberated during that particular reaction. Then the oxygen sensitive indiol is protected in the, if you are using, protected as a bis trimethyl silyl ether. No need of going to much detail. If you are using this chlorotrimethylsilane, yield can be improved, or we will get a better yield on this particular reaction. That's all about the acetylene condensation. So in short, acetylene condensation is the conversion of esters to alpha hydroxy ketone. Alpha hydroxy ketones are called acetylene, and this reaction is carried out using, in the presence of sodium metal, using inert solvents like toluene or xylene, and the product formed it is called as an alpha hydroxy ketone. In the case of medium, for obtaining large ring compounds, or large ring compounds, this can be it is considered as an application, or for obtaining large ring compounds this method can be adopted, and cyclic acetylenes will be formed. We can suggest, or we can explain this by using a free radical formation. Very easily we can explain using the radical formation, or radical mechanism can be explained. It is usually used for obtaining large ring compounds, cyclic acetylenes, by using long chain dicarboxylic esters. Usually 95% yield can be produced using this method. It can be also used for aliphatic as well as aliphatic open chain compounds as well as closed chain compounds. This reaction is believed to occur by a radical mechanism. The radical mechanism, that is in the presence of sodium metal, electrons are released. The next step is dimerization. Then dimerization followed by the formation of 1,2-diketone. Then acid hydrolysis in the presence of acetic acid or weak acid. H plus or this will be undergoing ketoenol tautomerism and acyloin will be formed. This is the mechanism of acyloin. Thank you. We can discuss in the next class.